This is ASL Vocabulary List 9 question signs. So these are signs that you use when you ask a question that is open-ended. An open-ended question means there can be lots and lots of answers. It's not just that the answer would be yes or no. There could be lots of answers like 15 or at my house or something like that. These questions are who, what, when, where, and they can have lots and lots of different answers. You need a special non-manual sign every time you sign these signs. The non-manual sign for these question signs are, well, there's two parts. So first, you put your eyebrows down like this, squish them down, and then you put your head back a little bit. So when you sign who, you have to do this while you're signing who. Okay, are you ready? So we're going to start with who. There are two ways to sign who. First, start with an L hand shape. Put your thumb on your chin. This will be with your dominant hand, the hand you use for writing. Put your thumb on your chin, and then you just wiggle it back and forth like that. Now, make sure your face, your non-manual sign is that you have that with your hand sign, okay? So it should look like this, who. Or a different way of doing it is to wiggle your finger. Instead of wiggling it this way, you wiggle it this way, so it looks like this. Who. Either one is just fine. Deaf people sign it both ways. The next sign is the sign for what. So when you're asking a question to say what, like what's your name, something like that, you want two flat hand shapes with your palms facing up, and you're going to go back and forth like this. So in and out and in and out faster, and with your eyebrows down and your head back a little bit. What? The next sign is the sign for when. So this one uses two number one hand shapes. You want your non-dominant hand, the hand that you don't write with, to turn to have your palm facing you, and then your dominant hand will have the palm out just like we started with. And then what you do while your eyebrows are down and your head is back a little bit is you do a little circle with your dominant hand, the one you write with. Circle, touch. Circle, touch. When? The next sign is the sign for where. Again, you want just a one hand shape on your dominant hand. And this time you're going to move your wrist back and forth here like this. So it's not with your finger. It's with your whole wrist, back and forth, back and forth. While your eyebrows are down, it means where. The next is the sign for why. It can be signed two ways also. So you want the first one we're going to do is you want a 5 hand shape, and you're going to just wiggle your middle finger in and out, in and out, in and out like that. Okay. But you're going to point that middle finger at your forehead with your eyebrows down and your head back a little bit. And that means why. The other way you can sign why is to start with a 5 hand shape again, put it by your head like we did before, but then bring it out away from your head, and you're going to bring most of your fingers in. So you're ending with a Y hand shape. And that means why. Next, we're going to sign how. Last time we learned to sign how are you, but this one is just like if you're asking how do you do that? You want directions or information or instructions. So again, like we did before, start with both thumbs up, put your knuckles together this way, and then with your dominant hand, the one that you write with, come back and forth, back and forth, back and forth like this. Your eyebrows need to be down, and then it means how. The next sign is the sign for which. And in ASL, this sign is actually used a lot. It's used the same way kind of that we use the word or in English. Like if I want to say, do you want an apple or a banana? In ASL, you would add which at the end. You would say, you want apple, banana, which. So it's kind of the same way that we use the word or. So it's used a lot in ASL. So for which, you want 2 thumbs up again. And then your eyebrows go down and you're going to go back and forth. Which? It's kind of like, do you want the apple or the banana? This one or that one, right? The last one that we're going to learn for a question is the sign for how many. But in order to learn that, we're going to learn the sign for many. So for many, you want two S hand shapes. Turn it around so that you can see your palms if you open your S's, right? Your palms are facing you. And then you kind of throw it up and out and away from you. Many, many. Now that sign, that way, just means many. But if you do the same sign with the question eyebrows, the question non-manual sign, now it means how many. So just sign it with a regular face, no special non-manual sign, it means many. Sign it with the question non-manual sign, and it means how many. All right, and that is vocabulary list number 9, question signs.